I want you to pay attention. This video is serious. I'm tired of people BSing the facts. We are being both physically and psychologically degraded as a species, and we're just going along with it. Women, as a result of this, are forced to do one of two things. They can either hop on the train and accept this new weakened masculinity, or they can keep their traditional values and ideals and be hated by men and hate men as a result. These are the women that find men disgusting and say, we don't need them. We're not just suddenly losing this masculinity. There's a ton of reasons why this is occurring. In fact, we have under a tenth of the testosterone as our ancestors did when they were running through the wild. Why? Let's get into it. Number one, obesity. That has been threatening our country for the last few decades, increasing our average body mass and making us lazier and lazier. Number two, poor diet, lack of exercise. The increase in the amount of high fructose corn syrup and processed fats that we are eating every day is increasing. It's continuing to have substantial impacts on our health and our testosterone. Number three, stress, which disrupts the balance of hormones in your body. Number four, environmental pollutants. Things such as estrinogens and electromagnetic frequencies in our devices are causing us to lose testosterone. They're quite literally frying our sperm away. These estrinogen chemicals are in the plastics that we touch, the ones that coat our food, in the devices we use, and in everyday life, and we can't avoid them. Number five, alcohol and substance abuse. Pretty straightforward. They disrupt testosterone. Number six, medications, opioids, steroids, antidepressants, all the things that are supposed to be helping us have an adverse effect of decreasing our sperm count. Number seven, smoking, especially now vaping, has been proven for the last few decades over numerous studies to have decreased levels of testosterone. And finally, one of our biggest challengers, mental health issues, causing increases in suicide and lower feelings of approval. So let me ask you this. How many of these things exist specifically in your life? So let me ask you this then. If we know these things are issues, why haven't we taken action to stop them? You see, it's kind of a paradox. It's a cyclic torture. The more masculine energy, the more testosterone, the more drive you lose, the things that make you a man, the harder it is to gain them back than it would have been to just keep them. So that's how you never lose. You never be behind in the first place. And if you are, you don't continue slipping behind. Be aware of what's affecting you and give no room for slippage. It sounds tough, I know. But being a man is tough. Doing the things right is tough. Living a correct lifestyle of growth and success is not easy. Someone's got to carry the boat. Somebody's got to lead the way. Somebody's got to reform and reshape young men in our society. I've taken that role, and I want you to get on the train with me. And women not only want that, but they need that too. The lack of testosterone nowadays, especially from estrinogens, is causing more and more men to be infertile. And it's just going to increase. Your kids or your grandkids have a very high chance of likely not being able to reproduce. And they're going to need to see a fertility clinic to figure that out. I feel like fertility clinics within 30 years are going to be bigger than Walmart because nobody's doing anything to fix this problem themselves, even though we have control. So someone else has to come in and do it for us. How masculine is that? But you know what? This is it. I'm going to show you. This is how you can extract that masculine energy that you have left and purpose it toward change, growing yourself toward the better and fixing these issues. Although I have a course on this, the more complete solution coming out, I'm going to give some examples to help you right now. Number one, you have to fix and redress and limit any of the current items on the list I just provided to you. You need to cut out alcohol. I'm sorry. I don't drink alcohol. I just don't. It limits you too much. You need to control your use of medications. You need to go diet. You need to eat healthy. You need to cut out the foods and the shit that is poisoning you. Find ways to change your lifestyle because you're not just going to keep living the same life you have without sugar. You need to change the way you live and strategically plan how you interact with things to make it happen. If McDonald's is on the way home from your work and you feel tempted to stop there, drive a different way. Change your lifestyle to make it easier to adapt. This video isn't long enough to cover how to fix all these issues, but it's a PSA. I need you to do the work. Number two, find true men. Find men that exhibit masculinity. Join a community of men that are focused on their drive. Join a group of entrepreneurs. Go to the gym where men are constantly pushing themselves and encouraging each other. Join a social group. If you're an alcoholic, join AA. It doesn't matter, but find people that are on the same purpose as you. Studies show that being around more masculine men will dramatically increase your testosterone levels. You'll hotwire your brain, which will say, hey, all these men have more testosterone than me, and if I'm going to keep up with them, I need the body that I'm in to do the same. Because your control center, your brain, can simply be switched to thinking and believing and feeling that you need more testosterone, and it will happen. I know it sounds like I'm making this up, but it's been proven by numerous studies. Join a community of men that are seriously committed to their goals. A lot of men talk shit and act like they're on their purpose, but find ones that work to prove it. 3, the next step is once you've gotten rid of all these toxins, once you've gotten rid of the chain that's been tying you down, you can start moving forward instead of just pulling on it. So once you've gotten rid of the activities that limit your testosterone, you can start building testosterone back. You need to lift heavy weights, hit high intensity interval training. You need to eat the right types of food, red meat, fish, poultry, nuts, things like that. You need to get 8 to 9 hours of sleep. If you have been falling behind and you don't feel the energy you need to get consistent sleep, it doesn't matter. You can't just sleep in on a weekend. Your body doesn't work like that. You need to find a rhythm of consistent, again, 8 to 9 hours of sleep to recover your body over the course of a month or two. And then maybe you can cut that down to 7. You want to hit saunas, steam rooms, ice baths. These are all things that increase your testosterone and remove estrinogens. When your body is heated up in a steam room, these microplastics in your system are moving around faster and have a greater chance of escaping. And you need to build your mental resiliency, your mental health. Talk to people, talk to the right people. Find communities of men, like I said, that you can coordinate with. Meditate, read books, whatever it takes to build that fortitude. And I'm serious about this. This will change your life. You'll notice the change within 14 days, I guarantee it. Once you stop the things that are holding you back and start moving forward, you'll feel the momentum change in your system. And women, this is what you want to hear. Women will start gravitating toward you. You'll be the center of the universe to them, and they will start pulling themselves toward you out of nowhere. You won't be able to identify why, but it'll happen. Every other single dating tip you hear is icing on the cake. This is the cake. You're not going to wrap your car or put rims on a car that's broken. Fix your car and then deck it out. You know what I'm saying? Otherwise, it's just a shit car still. And maybe, just as it gets harder to rise the more you fall, it'll get harder to stop you the faster and more successful you become. This is Caleb Thomas. Like and subscribe. It really helps me out. And I'll see you again.